Hello everybody, welcome back to my gaming review. Today I want to talk about the Nintendo Game Boy, and why does it seem like this thing seems to last forever? Now, Nintendo Game Boys, from my experience, are actually very reliable systems, and they're really well made. They don't really have many issues, and there's actually an original Nintendo Game Boy that actually survived an actual bomb in a war. Apparently there was a soldier in the Gulf War who took his Game Boy with him, and it turns out that Game Boy survived a bomb. A Game Boy actually survived a real war, a conflict, where you have bullets and bombs flying around. It survived, and it still works to this day. So how is Nintendo Game Boy able to survive a war? How is Nintendo Game Boy able to pretty much survive forever, it seems like? Well, I think it really depends on the quality of the system. I definitely think the Nintendo Game Boy is a very well-made, well-designed system. Also, I think that one of the reasons why these things last so long is because they are a cartridge-based console, and they also take batteries. I think those are some of the reasons why, and they also do not use as much power as, let's say, Nintendo Switch or a DS or like a PS5. Which is why the Game Boy is able to last most likely longer than a PS5 or an Xbox that we have nowadays. There's not much to it. There's no moving parts. It takes cartridges and batteries. And it doesn't even use that much power to begin with. So those are some reasons why I think the Game Boy lasts forever. You can let me know in the comment section below what you think about Nintendo Game Boy and why these things seem to last forever and just not die out. I mean, there's people nowadays who still own the original Game Boy that they got when they were a child, and it still works to this day. I know people who actually have systems like this that still work to this day, and obviously this one still works to this day as well. So these are very impressive systems. They're very great consoles to buy and play with, and overall the Nintendo Game Boy is just a fantastic system that's very reliable and has that great old school Nintendo quality that the Switch and DS does not have nowadays. Because, in my opinion, a Switch and DS are terrible when it comes to quality. You got the Joy-Con drift. And the DSs have the hinges that break off. So I definitely think the Nintendo Game Boy is, far more reliable than the Nintendo consoles we have nowadays, because I feel like back then they actually put a lot more time, and, it seems like in the past, consoles were just better made overall. And again, they have less moving parts than, obviously, the consoles we have nowadays. There's no fan, there's no laser or anything. Nintendo Game Boy, you got batteries and a cartridge. That's just how it works. Anyway, I'm in the video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Nintendo Game Boy and how these things seem to last, for a simple long time. But there's like this story where a Game Boy actually survived the Gulf War. This soldier took his Game Boy to an actual war, and it was able to survive getting blasted, which is pretty incredible. I don't think any electronic nowadays could even survive that. Because again, everything seems to be a little more cheaper compared to, at least when it comes to Nintendo products. Again, the Switch has Joy-Con drift. DSs have the hinges that usually always break. The DSs have touchscreens that always break, same with the Switch. So yeah, the Game Boy is definitely a console that will outlast those systems. And there's just some reasons why this thing lasts so long and seems like forever. I think they last forever because, I've never really experienced any issues with these consoles. Anyway, I'm in the video, so peace out. Let me know in the comment section below if you own a Game Boy, and if you still use one, nowadays. But anyway, peace out.